Do you remember the mail order catalogs from the 80s and 90s? Yes, folks, we're talking about the glorious age of the 80s and 90s electronics catalogs. These thick, beautiful, glossy tomes filled with stereo gear, VCRs, car audio, and weird gadgets you didn't know you needed till you saw them on page 46. These catalogs were our internet, our Google, our Reddit, our dreams. This is the days before Al Gore invented the internet.
I took the initiative in creating the internet.
So if you wanted to know what speaker wire to buy, you had to dial the 1-800 number or wait 2 or 3 months for the next catalog to come out, and hopefully they have better descriptions in it. So grab your Walkman, adjust your rabbit ears, and let's rewind to the golden age of mail order madness. Because back then, shopping for electronics wasn't fast, but it was fun. I have a small selection of different electronics magazines I'm going to talk about today. Let's start off with the first one. Damark International, founded in 1986 by Mark Cohen and David Russick in Minneapolis, Minnesota, quickly became popular in the late 80s and 90s for eclectic, discount-driven catalog filled with surplus electronics, closeouts, refurbished items, and quirky gadgets. Damark's catalogs had an unmistakable charm, showcasing seemingly random but irresistibly priced items ranging from high-end stereo gear and camcorders to home appliances and oddball gadgets. This unique blend of deals, surplus, and overstocks created a treasure hunt experience, making each issue of Damark highly anticipated arrival in mailboxes nationwide. Though eventually overtaken by online shopping, Damark is fondly remembered as the pre-internet equivalent of today's flash sale sites, capturing the hearts and wallets of bargain-hunting tech enthusiasts for over a decade. It was also easy to build your CD collection with a 10-disc set of the 60s generation or classical music. Save big money on a reconditioned Walkman or Discman or even Sony car stereo, while saving an extra $30 to buy the Leaping Lizard CD rack you didn't know you needed.
This is not a Mickey Mouse program!
When visiting New York, come to J&R Music and Computer World, the city's largest home-based home entertainment and computer store.
J&R Music World, founded by Joe and Rochelle Friedman in 1971 in New York City, evolved from a small electronics shop around 500 square feet into a legendary retailer famous for its vibrant catalogs packed with electronics, music gear, computers, home entertainment systems, and more. They expanded their 500 square foot facility to over 500,000 square feet. That's 5 super Walmarts if you think of the size, all packed with electronics, music, and more goodies. During the 1980s and 1990s, their catalogs captivated customers nationwide, combining big city energy with a vast selection of cutting-edge products, competitive pricing, and detailed product descriptions. Receiving a J&R catalog was like getting a tour through Manhattan's bustling electronics marketplace, featuring everything from top-of-the-line audio gear to the latest portable gadgets. While the brick-and-mortar store near City Hall became an iconic New York City landmark, the mail order catalog was instrumental in spreading J&R's reputation far beyond New York, cementing its legacy as one of America's beloved electronic sources before transitioning to e-commerce and ultimately closing in 2014. Most pages of the catalog were newspaper consistency with line art, while they saved some real estate inside the front and back cover for magazine-style glossy listings for the manufacturers wanting to have their products stand out. Sony was a frequent customer of this feature. J&R offered a wide breadth of categories of products, but not much depth in each area. My biggest regret is never visiting the retail location in Lower Manhattan. That said, J&R lives on through these old catalogs and the memories that we have. The Sharper Image catalog launched in 1979, founded by entrepreneur Richard Thalheimer.
He is founder and president of the Sharper Image catalog. Would you all welcome Richard Thalheimer.
Every month, 3 million people receive this catalog in the mail. Today, it's unusual to meet someone who hasn't heard of us. The first thing that comes to mind when you mention the Sharper Image is our unusual products, from that first runner's watch to today's visual telephone or light sculpture. People look to the Sharper Image to find out what's new, and to check out our extraordinary blend of high-tech, nostalgia, slick European design, and the latest in fitness equipment.
What began with niche items like the first ever digital jogging watch quickly evolved into a pop culture phenomenon during the 1980s and 1990s. The catalog became famous for showcasing sleek, aspirational products such as massage chairs, air purifiers, talking alarm clocks, exotic grooming tools, personal electronics, and quirky inventions you didn't know that you wanted till you saw them on a glossy page. With its bold photography, elegant layout, and clever marketing copy, the Sharper Image catalog turned gadget shopping into an experience of luxury and wonder. Though the company eventually faced financial challenges and filed for bankruptcy in 2008, the Sharper Image brand and the nostalgic appeal of the catalogs remains etched in the memories of tech-hungry 80s and 90s shoppers. Going through the old catalogs, I pulled out a couple of my favorites. Check these out. A 5.5 foot tall, super large gumball machine that holds 9,000 gumballs. In order to fill it up, you're going to pay $2,000 for the gumball machine and $900 for the gumballs. But guess what? You be gumballing.
And this is nonsense.
If that's not cool enough, how about a 100-disc Wurlitzer jukebox for only $8,000? Next up is the J.C. Whitney catalog, which has roots dating back to 1915 when Israel Warshawski founded a scrap metal and auto parts business in Chicago. In 1934, his son Roy Warshawski transformed it into an international mail order powerhouse by placing ads in magazines like Popular Mechanics and offering a giant auto parts catalog by mail. Over the following decades, J.C. Whitney became a household name among car enthusiasts, known for its enormous selection of automotive parts, accessories, and eccentric add-ons, ranging from the practical repair items to flashy gadgets like musical horns, custom grills, and speaker boxes. With densely packed pages and detailed line drawings, the catalog catered to DIY mechanics, hot rodders, and anyone who loved tinkering with their ride. Though later absorbed into larger online retailers and rebranded under CarParts.com, J.C. Whitney is fondly remembered as the ultimate paper Bible for gearheads and across generations. As far as wacky electronics, J.C. Whitney sold mainly flea market-style car stereo items with bold claims and suspect quality. One standing out is the Mustang N-Dash dual tape deck with recording capability for only $79. Recently found one on eBay, so somebody is jamming this sucker right now.
You know how them sound waves go?
The DAK Industries catalog, launched in the 1970s by Drew Allen Kaplan, became one of the most iconic and quirky electronics mail order catalogs of the 1980s and early 1990s. What would set DAK apart was Kaplan's unique, first-person writing style. Each product was pitched like a personal discovery, complete with long, enthusiastic stories and almost no traditional ad copy. The catalog featured an eclectic mix of gadgets, early word processors, exotic audio gear, phone accessories, and oddball tech novelties you didn't know that you needed, but suddenly had to have. At its peak, DAK generated hundreds of millions in annual sales and had a loyal fan base known as Dakonians, but despite its popularity, the company filed for bankruptcy in 1992 after rapid expansion and financial setbacks. As for standout products, who needs a Walkman when you can get a pocket concert hall? And not just an ordinary sound enhancer, we can have the Mind Manipulator. Want a CD player? How about a 1,000 disc CD changer? The wireless TV marriage saver was just wireless headphones, and likely my favorite was the Beam Scope, an acrylic Fresnel lens that would boost your TV size from 150 to 400%, upgrading your 12-inch TV to a 25-inch for only $54. If you want to dig deeper, I'd suggest the blog at cabell.com, which I'll link below, where the author dives deep into the history of DAK and also has dozens of old DAK catalogs available for download. In addition, a fantastic interview of Drew Allen Kaplan by Jay Abraham over on Speaker.com, and again, I'll leave the link below if you want to listen to this fascinating interview. Founded in 1974 by Bill Crutchfield in Charlottesville, Virginia, the Crutchfield Electronics catalog became iconic through the 80s and 90s as a go-to source for car audio, home audio, and electronics enthusiasts. Famous for its detailed description, expert-level installation guides, and approachable explanation, the catalog transformed the intimidating task of audio and electronics upgrades into something manageable and enjoyable for consumers.
With $1,000 in savings, I started on Crutchfield in my mother's basement. So I came up with this concept of a hybrid between a catalog and a magazine, and that took off. That was the secret sauce. From that moment on, we've concentrated on being an information company.
Long before online shopping became mainstream, Crutchfield's print catalog captivated audiences with vibrant product images, knowledgeable staff recommendations, and user-friendly DIY support, establishing trust and brand loyalty. Although it has now transitioned largely to an online format, Crutchfield remains a cherished name, nostalgically remembered for bringing the thrill of high-quality electronics directly to mailboxes across America. While many would say Crutchfield was expensive, selling at or near retail price, they often forgot about the free installation gear and lifetime tech support offered with each purchase. Also, the sales flyers would often have deeply discounted products due to them being discontinued or overstock. Recently celebrating 50 years of business, Crutchfield is still thriving as a company and continually modifying its product selection to keep up with customer demand. Also, there's a special section on the website for the deals, and Crutchfield does occasionally send out small catalogs as well. Long live Crutchfield! Now, this was not a sponsored video segment, but I did leave an affiliate link below if you want to check them out and help me out without any strings attached. The Sony style catalog emerged in the mid-1990s as a part of Sony's effort to create a premium, lifestyle-focused brand identity around its consumer electronics. Unlike traditional mail order catalogs filled with dense specs and crowded layouts, Sony style was sleek, minimalist, and aspirational, blending high-end photography with elegant product showcases. It featured everything from cutting-edge Vaio laptops, flat-screen TVs, and mini-disc players to Walkmans, camcorders, and home theater systems. The catalog emphasized design, innovation, and integration across the Sony ecosystem, often presenting electronics as part of a stylish modern lifestyle. While it never had the rugged charm or longevity of catalogs like Crutchfield or J.C. Whitney, Sony style stood out, bringing luxury magazine aesthetic to consumer tech marketing, both in print and online, during a time when brand identity was becoming as important as the products themselves. Although around only a decade or so, the 90s Sony-style catalogs displayed the massive product offering from Sony at a time when they were dominant across many genres of electronics: phones, portables, TVs, audio, computers, and much more. At their peak, Sony offered thousands of products, and the Sony-style catalog did a great job of covering and cataloging many of them. Need the latest CRT TV or VCR for your car to pimp your ride? Sony's got you covered. My first Sony was a line of children's electronics incorporating Sony quality with the added durability needed for the younger, less careful consumer. As a huge fan of Sony electronics of this time period, the Sony style catalog may be my favorite of the ones I've shown today. Now you've seen several of my favorite catalogs of years past. I'd love to hear your memories, favorite products, or even catalogs I didn't cover in the comments below. These days we have so much more information at our fingertips via the internet. There's just something special about having one of these glossy catalogs and thumbing through the pages, dreaming about cool products within. Hope you enjoyed the video. Let me know if you'd like to see more videos like this. Maybe cover the DIY catalogs such as Radio Shack, Parts Express, and MCM Electronics. If you enjoyed the video, I'd appreciate a thumbs up, and subscribe if you'd like to see more future videos. Thanks to those who support via patreon.com/oldschoolstereo or channel memberships as well. Until next time, you know where Big D is. That's right, I'm out of here.